I'm winning on the beard off, though.
And the hair off. Look at you. You look kind of like
this is
a hipster.
This might be my first podcast without the hat on, I think. I usually wear my hat.
Do you want me to get you a hat or something? I mean, I have a wizard hat.
I'll wear the sombrero.
The safari hat, if you want.
Hey, welcome, guys. Inside the Ant Farm.
We're back.
How you doing?
And he wants to toast the beer.
I got to share the beer first. Captain Lawrence Brewing Company. You want to talk to him about the beer while I display it for you? Like
this was another gift from our friend Arel. This is the second beer he has given to the podcast.
Yeah, it's called Smoked Porter. And I'm hoping it tastes like a campfire.
We also have a backup beer just in case we go through that one.
Yeah, I'll go for that one right now. Chug.
Great Lakes Brewery. It's a local brewing company in New York State. Burning River, it's called. That is also a handcrafted pale ale. So
I'm hoping my urine isn't the Burning River after this. So
we'll see how it goes. So we decided today that we're going to do some trending trailers.
Trending TV trailers. There's a lot of new shows coming out. If you didn't see or haven't heard, NBC has canceled like all the shows. There's a lot of shows that got axed.
Except for Community. Yeah, what's up?
Community and Hannibal. Hannibal got renewed too.
Yeah, finally. Okay. No, finally. Oh. But yeah, by the way, not only is Community getting the creator back, it's also getting the head writer that made it funny back.
So Dan Harmon,
Chris McKenna.
Oh, Chris McKenna's coming back.
Yeah. So yeah, but continue. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, we watched 5 trailers and we're going to talk about them. And Mike's going to check his Facebook real quick, and then.
I mean, no, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to turn it off. So
we need to talk about this one first because I hadn't heard about it until you told me about it, and it's.
You want to do the Kickstarter goals first?
Oh, let's do that first.
Off the bat. Kickstarter goals. So we told you last week we were going to do some Kickstarter goals for y'all. Matt has written them down on his phone.
Yo, we did them for y'all, you know. First off, I want to thank...
Y'all, you sound like a karate movie.
Y'all. I want to thank Amy Wilkins and Tracy Clute for being the first 2 people that donated to our St. Jude's Foundation. We're doing a run for Warrior Dash, and then in July... And we're
including you in these goals too.
Yeah, and you're included. Well, we're recognizing right now in the podcast. Yeah, there you go. That's good. But yeah,
we want to donate more, then we'll up your goal to the next level.
Our goal is $1,000 between the both of us, not each. We're trying to get $1,000 for School France to give to St. Jude's Research Foundation.
Hopefully, I can embed that in this podcast when I post it.
If he does embed it, it'll be right here. So
it'll be where
down there. That means you can put it in the comments. That's what it means.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. We're not all naked from the waist down. It's cool.
We're like newscasters here. But yeah, so we're trying to get $1,000 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. It's a good cause, and we're going to be running the Warrior Dash for that. So I mean, come on.
I already look like a warrior.
If you don't know us, we're Chunks. I'm also growing this beard, which my wife hates. She told me so. Growing that for...
I look like Alexander the Great as a warrior, because he's beardless and...
Because he was like 10, but yeah, okay.
He's a 10-year-old boy.
Or I'm more like some kind of Viking, or
a bear from
Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah,
something like that, yeah. Okay, so $5, if you donate just $5, you'll be recognized on the next podcast that we record.
What?
So, if it's like the day after we get a podcast posted...
We'll say your name. It'll be like instant famous
immortality.
Yes,
immortality.
You'll be immortalized. You can be like, hey, guess what? My name was mentioned on the internet, and then you can point to our podcast and watch it.
And probably since I'm pretty sure, don't we get like 100,000 or 1,000,000 hits or something like that?
Yeah, it's pretty. Maybe like 0.00% of that, but it's still a good. And notice I didn't say any numbers.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's pretty good. It's pretty close to that.
So, your name will be mentioned, $5. That's all you need, $5.
$5. And that's not
by the way, if you want to donate less, any little bit counts. If you put Abraham Lincoln or King Dix-a-Lot, we're going to say that name too.
I'm pretty sure they take all credit cards too, so, I mean, just...
We will say any name you write for your name. So
yeah, true story. Like if you want to write like Mateo is a big gay dude, that's cool.
Horatio penis nose, we'll say it. We'll say it. Whatever you want to say. $25 will get you, and I think this is a good deal.
This is a very good deal.
$25 will get you an exclusive School France
t-shirt. It's a donation, and you
show it.
When we'll send it to you. But we'll obviously ask for as long as you give us your real name or your address, send it to schoolfranceband@gmail.com. Then we can send you the T-shirt to wherever you are.
Yeah, well, we'll get it to you. And you can even hit us up on Facebook if you know us. It's fine too. So
slip it in a secure envelope of some sort.
We'll get it back to you. We'll get it to you, and you'll have a T-shirt. Right now, we only have large and extra large sizes, but I mean, if somebody smaller donates money,
we can always order.
Order more. So
no big deal.
$35 will get you that T-shirt as well, and a recording sent from the twins. It'll be a personal recording. Maybe we'll play a song for you. We'll do a little dance.
We'll sing. Maybe we'll write a poem. Maybe we'll tell a story.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a limerick or a sonnet. We might do a sonnet as well.
Iambic pentameter is a must, I think, but we'll see.
Or
we'll see. It'll vary.
If we do haikus, we'll give you a collection of haikus.
It'll be personalized too. It won't be like everyone will get like, "Hey, thanks for giving us stuff," and then you'll get sent to it.
No, it'll be written directly for you. I got to drink.
Will be just for you. 35 or more, and you get everything else. You get the T-shirt, and you get mentioned on the podcast.
This is like a campfire. Okay. Well, hey, don't do that.
Then we're going to vamp a little bit.
Then my phone will die.
So what's up?
Hold on, there we go.
Now I'm going to
$50. $50. You'll get the T-shirt. You'll get the personal recording. And we're going to send you a CD of our practice recordings that we've been recording that are actually pretty good quality. They're recorded on the Samsung Galaxy S4.
Everything on SoundCloud, we're going to put on a CD for you. Maybe some other stuff. Who knows?
Yeah, music. If you want the podcast, we'll put those on too. It's just a CD that I'll play 10 of his rant, his road rage rant.
I could probably put this into audio form if you want.
Yeah. So and if you donate $100,
just $100. I have that lying around right now. Watch, pull it up. I don't have it, but it's in credit cards.
It's going to be all together too. Like I've donated $10.
Credit card. See,
I've donated $10 as now just for my personal goal, but I'm going to donate more as when I get another paycheck.
He's going to donate $100 himself.
He will. Too. He'll match that.
I will not match it. That's half of what I make.
You're going to get a personalized podcast. This will be a topic of your choosing. Whatever you want us to talk about. If you want us to talk about the delicious,
we're going to record something personal for you
Yeah.
and send it to you. You can post it on the internet. If you give us permission, we'll post it. Either way.
If not, you can keep it for yourself. Just watch it in the closet.
It's going to be a mini podcast, obviously. It won't be as long as a normal podcast, but it'll be
if you want us to talk in an accent, I will work on my accents. I got a couple ones, so.
And that of course, well, hopefully we'll post it somewhere at schoolfranceband@gmail.com. We'll send it all through there, and we'll get it all hooked up for you.
And this is like the ultimate supreme goal. Although if somebody got more of this, we'd have to think of something else. But $250. If you give $250, first of all, you will be our personal hero.
Yeah, what the crap? That's like a fourth goal.
We will play a gig for you at a place of your choosing within reason.
You have to find us a place, obviously.
Yeah, we
haven't played at your house if you want.
We'll play at your house and stuff like that, but obviously travel cost stuff, and it may just be both of us. It may not be the whole band. But
the best parts of the don't watch the shimmy. Turn off 5 minutes ago. Okay, go.
You should have been in your time machine.
Just go.
Fix that. Okay, and our $1,000 team goal, and we've talked about this, and he's okay with his
wife, okay, with the $250 though, you may have to help us with travel if you're on like the West Coast or something. No, you didn't.
Okay, because we can't come to California. We don't got plane tickets back.
Yeah, if you help us out, we'll get there.
You come over this way, definitely.
But we will get there.
We'll play in your hotel room. We'll get kicked out of that hotel.
We'll set it up. The email I mentioned a couple times that is probably posted, hopefully somewhere.
Okay. And then our $1,000 team goal, and this is not if you giving us $1,000, this is us just getting $1,000, is I'm already got the beard.
We're going to be warriors.
But we're going to go real warrior, and up top, there's going to be...
We're going Mohawks.
Full Mohawk.
Full hawk.
He's going to start growing his hair out again already, so...
I am growing my hair out from that.
He's actually to make that noise when he runs the whole time, too. He's going to...
Yeah, we'll record it, so...
I'm going to go, and he's going to go the whole time. So
okay, challenge accepted.
Okay, hey, so those are our goals. We're going to put them on the St. Jude's website as well. If you have a different goal that you like to see, or you're like, hey, why don't you do this? We'll put it in there too. So just let us know.
Yeah, because we did have, we obviously had a little bit of leeway in there. Give us some suggestions if you like. Send them to schoolfranceband@gmail. You can put them on the Facebook page if you like. You can personally send it to one of us, and we'll consider it for you. We'll maybe put it up there, and if we do put another goal, we'll on to the next podcast.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's get on with the topic.
Great. Let's get to those training trailers.
Move right along. I like this.
Okay.
So we did trending TV trailers. A lot of new TV shows coming out. So we try to do one from each network. Just as a disclaimer, we're not doing The Shield. The Shield is going to be amazing. We all know this. Joss Whedon. It's Clark Gregson.
Greg Clarkson.
The guy that plays Agent Coulson.
Yeah. Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
It's Coulson. It's Phil Coulson.
It's Phil Coulson. He's back. He's awesome. Everyone knows this. We're ready for it. So that's all we're going to say about that. It's good. We don't have to watch it. So the first one we did, we kind of went in like crappiest to best thing.
No, unless we're doing the hero second.
That's true. so the first one we watched was The 100.
We got to talk about this one first.
On CW, baby. Who's ready for this? CW.
Okay. If anyone has ever turned on CW for more than 5 minutes,
I bet you have.
It is not for you.
You watched The Vampire Diaries.
We used to watch it. Me and Jess used to watch it together.
Still does.
And it's pretty brutal. No, Jess records it, and
Do you have to like tie your penis up and they put it between your legs?
It's brutal. It's brutal, but this looks more brutal. The premise of the 100 is Earth has had some kind of thermonuclear war type thing, galactic event, something kind of event, and there's still people alive, and they live in 12 space stations that are now connected as one big space station, kind of like Voltron or the Megazord.
Yeah, the Megazord. That's
I
actually wrote that. Megazord. Yeah.
So they're all
Space
connected
Station
together.
Megazord.
Which, that's kind of cool. That's something they should do. I mean, they should all connect together.
The
to
CG
survive.
was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I thought it was
from
pretty
the trailer.
cool.
Yeah.
And it went downhill from there. Okay, so then they're like,
if you're a hot teenager, you're in jail.
Has this like 18-year-old barely legal girl. I'm in prison. No, I'm in jail for some reason.
A minor offense is what she says.
And so these 100 people who have minor offenses and are in jail are
because of overcrowding. The minor offenses get put in jail,
and they're sent to Earth. Because now they're like, oh, well, we don't have any room for you, so you're going to have to fend for yourself.
On Earth.
But, you could also be the first survivor, so it could be like a good thing. It's like Australia, basically.
Yeah, they're basically Australia. Yeah. That's a good thought. I didn't think
about Mike. And I think he said Timey Kangaroo Down Sport at the end. So,
Timey Kangaroo Down. So, we'll sing that for you if you donate $50.
Supposedly the Earth's still been irradiated, by the way, and it's only been 30 years, I think it said. 30.
It was a very short amount of time.
30 years. After the Earth's been irradiated and no one could live on it.
Which was funny, too, because during the trailer, one of the teenagers gets off the thing and goes, "We're back!" And you're like, you've never been there.
Yeah. I think they were doing it like, humans are back, but it's still stupid. I was like, oh, okay. And by the way, every one of the 100 is beautiful. I don't know. Prisoners in the future
there wasn't a fat
gorgeous.
kid or anything. There wasn't like
an old guy. Like, you think there'd be an old dude.
It wasn't like a middler like me, like I'm kind of a middler.
Yeah, like there wasn't a guy with like a chin.
Attractive in some circles, maybe. I don't think anyone had facial hair.
We all need to stick together, kids.
I'm here. I was in prison for murdering someone. That would actually make sense. Like, not like I wasn't there.
Spring break! And it's like, and they land on like some jungle beach or something.
That's why I wrote down hot teen sent to jail. Like, what? There's no one else that was sent to jail? Like, not even one older person?
So, yeah, I wrote hot prisoner, and then I wrote penal colony. But really, I was meaning penis colony. What the hell?
My favorite thing was when they said they were going to Mount Weather.
Maybe they named the mountains.
Like, yeah, but I mean, I get you're teenagers, and so maybe you don't have a very original, like, Mount Weather.
It's Mount High.
I wonder what's going to happen there. If there's a lot of storms on Mount Weather, like,
And then it's showing, like, hey, there might be some dangerous animals.
Like
maybe
deer with
mutated.
messed up faces.
Maybe they're mutated.
Like a deer with a messed up face.
Hey, but luckily these teenagers won't mutate when they're there. Oh, jeez. I don't know.
I'm thinking they have, like, some kind of advanced medicines, maybe. And there's a lot of expendable kids. I noticed that, too. That's the last thing I wrote down.
I'm thinking they could have done something.
Because it showed, like, a kid, like, a spear through him, like, I was only kind of cute.
Well, CW, I get that you're trying to cater to an audience. But your audience isn't stupid.
No, I think they are at this point. Like, you have to be dumb to watch CW still at this point.
I don't. Maybe it's based on a book. I have to find more out about this, but it was pretty brutal. It was the first time I've ever heard of it when he told me, and I was like, I'm dumber because I watched that trailer.
I was hoping it was like the 4400, honestly.
I was hoping it was like the 300, actually. I was like,
Spartans!
We will survive on Earth! You know, like, oh, okay, that's cool.
But if you got my 4400 reference, you're a cool nerd. Anyone that's watched that, great show for the at least the first season.
By the way, you hear Falling Skies come back?
Yeah. 4400 better than that. But anyway, so the next show we watched, The Crazy
Ones.
It sounds like a horror, like oh, they're all crazy zombies.
The Crazy Ones.
But it's starring Rob Williams and Sarah
Which
Michelle
is a horror movie then.
It's like, hey, I don't know. You're Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Like, you sound like you're showering on this. You liked this better than I did when we were watching.
I did. I liked it a lot, actually, because I like Rob Williams. I'm like, you hater.
I love Rob Williams.
He likes Sarah Michelle Gellar, that's why.
If it was Mork and Mindy, 1984.
No.
He has not done anything different. I was like, so Patch Adams is Buffy the Vampire Slayer's dad. And,
oh, wow, Patch Adams, wow.
He was hitting his spots like the whole time. I was like, I'll do the spot. I'll do my funny face. I was like, oh.
I wrote down Robin Williams, no drugs, what could go wrong? Think about it.
Supposedly he is in this ad agency. He seems like he's one of the bigger up and ups in it.
And at the beginning, like in the trailer, they mentioned that he's about to be fired. But for some reason, instead of firing him, they hire his daughter to
because
watch
he's
him.
so goofy and quirky. That's why. But he charms them again. That's what it is. See, he charms them.
He's like, oh, I heard you were going to fire me.
Of course, his daughter, being played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, is completely...
He's like Ferrucci painting the Sistine Chapel. You're like, what are you talking about?
You talk like Robin Williams when we talk.
What does that mean?
So anyway, his daughter is a type A personality. And so she's the exact opposite, and they rub each other's nerves. And you're like, oh, this is going to be...
And he quoted the trailer on that, by the way. Like, she's like a type A personality.
Well, that's what she is. She's a type A.
I put Sarah Michelle Gellar, TV poison.
Robin Williams is also TV poison.
No, he was good
in Mork and Mindy. That's all you're thinking of.
Exactly. Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah,
what?
No. Stop.
Which is also going back, by the way.
Stop.
It was on the CW. On the CW. We didn't watch the trailer, though.
And that will be, by default, the best show on the CW.
I put Robin Williams as himself, lots of ad jokes, and Kelly Clarkson.
I said, where's Justin Guarini, by the way? He needs to be in this, too.
He's like not as good an actor as she is. So like less. If anyone's seen From Justin to Kelly, or if you haven't,
have you seen that?
I haven't. But what I have seen though is the How Did This Get Made of From Justin to Kelly. How Did This Get Made? A very funny podcast with Paul Scheer, by the way. Watch it or listen to it. It's on. You can get it on iTunes.
Hopefully they'll plug our podcast too.
They won't. But yeah, that's all we need to know. Let's move on. Keep moving. Keep rolling.
It looks brutal. It's on CBS.
Good one.
That's on CBS.
That's on CBS. Yeah,
CBS.
Right. Oh my god!
I remember the eye thing.
Okay, so Almost Human.
Almost Human. Okay,
this is good.
Almost Human is based in the near future. I think it's 2048.
It's a J.J. Abrams joint. People, the guy that did Lost.
He produced it.
Star Trek. Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
He also, I think, created it as well.
Okay. Did we look up that guy's name, by the way?
No.
The guy. Carl Urban. I don't even know what was he in. I know Carl Urban was in. No, the other guy. I just waved my Dikembe Mutombo finger at the guy.
I put Bones / Eomer and the guy from the newest Underworld movie. I don't know. I think he was in the newest Underworld movie.
Oh, jeez. He's in something. We'll have to look up his name. I apologize.
Keep talking.
If you're watching this podcast, I apologize. Okay, so the base of this is, in the future, when you're a police officer, you're supposed to be with an android. And... this guy, he doesn't trust it. I'm
not looking things up.
Carl Urban is the human.
Waves?
He was in a bad accident, and now they want somebody to watch him because he's kind of unstable. He's rejecting his leg or arm or something that got replaced. And so they give him this regular android. He doesn't like him. Michael Ealy, that's his name. Thank you.
I'm just going to announce that. He stole my thunder.
So then
he was in things such as
we have this prototype of a robot. And a prototype android, and we're going to bring him in, and he's going to be your partner and watch over you. And he's played by Michael Ealy.
And he's basically an android that they had put away. He wasn't even he was just they oh, he's the precursor to these.
They weren't supposed to pull him out, but he has emotions for some reason. The other ones don't. They're just
I put remember Data in the Star Trek movies as a nerd reference.
I put Skynet. That's what I put. That was my reference. Since AI is now fully...
There's a lot of future
thinking.
stuff. They have, cars, but they look like regular cars, but they covered them with crap to look like they're futuristic. I thought that was funny. And then they had one that looked like a rolling ball. And that was interesting.
You know what? I'm interested. Carl Urban can act in just about anything he's in, I think. He even got through Pathfinder somehow.
And he gets a cool robot leg.
And he has a cool robot leg.
One robot leg.
I think they really played well off each other in the trailer. So, I'll give it the 3 episodes at least. Just because of that.
Plus, think of all the robot jokes you're going to get.
I love sci-fi cop stuff, too. It should be really fun. So, Yeah, robot jokes. I mean, when do they get old?
Never.
Not
The answer is never. If anyone's seen iRobot, they don't get old. If you've seen iRobot, God bless you. Wow. It's not a good movie.
You've seen AI, I don't think there's any jokes in that movie at all. So.
No, the joke is you watching the movie. That is the joke.
At the end, they're like, thank you for your money.
It's very meta. It's very meta. You lost 2 hours of your life. And Haley Joel Osment or something is in it. And Jude Law.
It's like,
I'm a robot as well.
It's like that machine in The Princess Bride that 6 hours out of your life.
Whew. That almost came out my nose. Almost came out my nose.
Okay, I'm going to put that down before I check.
That cleared my sinuses.
I was trying to drink that.
Nice.
Didn't work. Okay.
So, but that looks good. That was my favorite out of the trailers.
I liked it actually too.
I'm going to sneeze now because I have
I'm
beer in my
doing
nose.
this one before I do
There's beer in
Blacklist.
my nose. I'm sorry, people.
The Hero. Let's talk about The Hero.
Oh, okay.
You want to give the synopsis on this one?
The Hero. There's no real synopsis to this. It's The Rock being his self, charismatic self, hosting a reality show. Basically, the reality show is they find a group of people of all kind of like heroish professions, like teacher and a firefighter, yeah,
a Native American. Oh, wait, it's not the Native people.
It's and that part like jump on it, woo! But they don't do that. Instead, they do like these action hero kind of challenges. Like they're walking down the sides of buildings, and they're free falling, and they're swimming through and saving.
And they have like ethical dilemmas and stuff. And it's like they live in a house
integrity.
together. I think it's the real world.
And they have that. They have like that.
Stunts.
They have that. The new guy that's not Don LaFontaine, the new action guy.
And they talk like this. It's like Miguel Ferrer.
The guy that's the Fast and the Furious.
I think it's Miguel Ferrer, actually, dude.
If it is, it's awesome because Miguel Ferrer has my name.
It might be.
But yeah, so there's no real premise to this. It's just a reality show. Like, I have to play a part.
It's like the real world with action stunts.
This is real. I have to play a part where I'm the fawning female. I have to play the part where I'm the confused guy that gets yelled at and then redeems himself in the end. You know, like so. It's just like,
and I'm the one who's going to be conniving.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I get it. But it looks like it could be fun to watch. As long as you just like, who cares? You know, like this is and you pick someone to root with maybe.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'll probably watch a couple episodes to see what it's like. I don't really watch reality shows.
As long as they put it out somewhere, because TNT is
Like
notorious for not putting stuff out anywhere, like outlets where you can watch it.
It'd be like Friday at 10. Well, I have TV.
Put it on Hulu, TNT. What the crap?
I have TV, so I can watch it.
Whatever. Yeah, once you get the Xbox One, zing.
Watch our last podcast.
PlayStation 4 on!
Watch our last podcast if you want to see how angry we were about that. I felt mad at the end. I was like,
I'm gonna have to watch this whole thing now so I can insert all these little links and things. And it's not gonna happen.
By the way, if anyone when they get the special recording of us, if they want us to just do the Tonto jump on it, we'll do it. We'll do jump on it.
Yeah, but or we could just send the Will Smith version of that because it's funnier.
I think us doing it would be funnier.
We'll see. If you want, do it. Whatever you want.
Michael, you just have 3 minutes of Mike doing the Carlton.
No limits. No limits. I'll do the Carlton.
Not unusual to be in love by anyone. Okay. And our last one is an NBC.
Doing good. We're having a good time.
NBC.
Yep. Because we're going to hit each of the major networks, except for ABC because The Shield is going to be awesome. We know this. The Shield.
That's Agents of The Shield, by the way.
Whatever.
Not Vic Matthews' Shield. Although that was awesome too.
Mash up. And it can be The Thing instead.
It's clobbering time.
Okay, so Blacklist.
It's called Blacklist on NBC. And
it
stars James Spader. And is there anybody else that
I put Boston Legal guy because I didn't know his name.
James Spader, yeah.
Yeah, well, you figured that out.
If you like James Spader, I think you're going to like this because it's James Spader. And he looks like James Spader. He's just goofy But it's not about being goofy. It's a dark.
It's about being fake Hannibal.
Like 24 plus Hannibal. That's what I called it. 24 plus
Hannibal Light. He doesn't eat people. He's just a dick.
Unfortunately, Hannibal is on the same network. So I don't know why they did that.
But see, the good thing is the Hannibal that Mads Mikkelsen does is a lot different than the Hannibal.
Well, James Spader is creepy in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. He's more like the Anthony Hopkins Hannibal, where he's like, I'm going to talk to you like this. Hey, I'm really smart.
I love Mads Mikkelsen, by the way. On that
I'm
show.
smart. Yeah,
he's just so.
By the way,
creepy.
Watch Hannibal.
Oh,
If you don't watch Hannibal, why aren't people watching Hannibal? Watch Hannibal. Oh, I'm afraid of it. Watch it. It's good.
And it's still less funny than the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
Spoilers!
That's going to be a new podcast. Well, that's at the end, maybe.
Okay. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this trailer.
So starring David Spader, of course, as Matt said.
There was a lot of crazy stuff going on in the trailer. Basically, he is this most wanted criminal guy. He just comes into the FBI and goes, take me.
Surrenders.
And you're like,
I was like, I'm going to give up all my former friends.
But I only give it up to this one chick. What's her name? Elizabeth something.
Elizabeth Swan.
Elizabeth Swan, we'll say. Don't watch the trailer.
From the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Bella Swan, we'll call her. She goes by Bella, though.
I'm Elizabeth Swan.
Oh, there's a lot of swans. What's going on with that? So only this chick, only talk to her. And you're like, and she's just some random ass agent, like new agent person. She's like, why me? He's like, oh, well, you're the only person I would talk to because you're special. It's like, I don't know what you said, kid, but you're special. And so then he's like trying to find another criminal, basically because he doesn't like him, and he wants the FBI to catch him. Well,
chug. I
want some more beer. And so then craziness ensues. You know, he's like, oh yeah, this girl's gonna get kidnapped, so she goes and tries to,
and like her fiance gets like knocked out, and tortured.
He'll think he's dead.
No, I think he's like in a coma because they stabbed him in the leg, like in an artery. But then they showed him in the hospital. They showed him in the hospital after that, so he wasn't dead. Obviously, he might have died eventually or whatever. But
yeah, so basically, she falls down the rabbit hole, Jack Bauer style.
Yeah.
And
which is a cool concept if they do that, like a female Jack Bauer kind of like and she seemed like she was kind of BA, you know. Like
speaking of Jack Bauer, did you hear 24 got greenlit?
No.
Did you hear about this?
Don't talk about it. Don't seriously, not worth it. Not worth it.
Okay.
Not worth it.
That'll be next time. 24 podcasts.
I almost feel sorry for referencing it now.
The only other thing I wrote was Hannibal because I was like, it's kind of.
I put that she was pretty BA because she stabs him in the neck with a pen. You know, that was cool. Stabs the main character, James Spader's character, in the neck with a pen. That was kind of cool.
I think she's gonna have to have like a survival instinct kick in after a while. That's why she gets kind of crazy.
Which is cool. I like that. I like that idea on 24. It just got very convoluted. Like that's a very cool concept where it's like that person just fighting for their life and they're just acting out of instinct because they have no other choice. It's a great concept for a show.
It's much different than
hopefully NBC can execute it.
NBC has I think NBC's kind of going for now this action adventure thing now.
Honestly, I was out of faith with them until Hannibal.
But what about Revolution? You do watch Revolution.
I do watch Revolution, and it got better, but it started out really bad.
It did. That's why I stopped watching it.
Horribly bad. That's why me and Jamie started watching it. But then I was like, it's online, and I have extra time. I'll just check them out. And Tracy's Spirit, Gakayos, with her Greek name, is just so gorgeous. And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. And I was like, this got a lot better.
I like Billy Burke. I enjoy Billy Burke.
He's good too. But that's the thing. Like I watched it for those two, and then I was like, okay, this guy. And it's still not great. It's still like very canned. Like it almost feels like you're watching a show on a set. Like these guys are on a set, so this is all they can do this episode because they're on this one set and we can't go anywhere else. Like we're on a steamboat, guys. We gotta have a lot of scenes on the steamboat. And you're like,
see a lot of that canned stuff. That's what they're saying. It feels like a very
small world.
Okay, that's what they're saying about Defiance. A lot of people are saying that. I guess because they're saying,
I don't really feel that same way.
It's canned, and there's a lot of just like, this guy's Han Solo, and this guy's.
Well, honestly, there are definitely cliched roles on Defiance, and I feel like they're getting a little better now.
Have you seen the last episode?
Yeah, we're caught up. Yeah, we're caught up on that.
It's a great.
Watch Defiance. Don't expect too much from it just yet. It is a sci-fi show. It is renewed for season 2.
I enjoy it. I'm glad it was renewed because it's a good show.
But I think the last episode they actually fleshed out some of the characters a little bit, which they should have done in the first episode, honestly. Yeah. Like they tried to introduce too much too quick, and they should have done it like Lost, where they had like episodes for kind of each person. Yeah. Instead of just being like, no, 5 minutes for this guy, 5 minutes for this guy, 5 minutes for this guy, and you're like, okay, I don't learn that much in 5 minutes.
It's tough with other species too. There's like a lot of species. And you're like, who is it? Like they're like, hey, there's a big guy that looks like Chewbacca. Who are you? I don't. Yeah, why are you here?
But honestly, they could have introduced them in exposition ways because they give exposition for no real reason about some things, but then like other things where you're like, what are these little people about? The little bartender guy, what's he about? And then you're like they could have just been like, oh well, these guys are one of the voting collective and they are from this planet or something, and even like just a little bit, But like, well, you know, those guys are from this planet, so they're a little more ornery, and they have a small man's complex or something. You know, that could have been a cool way to, you know, just a little like oh, we're complaining about them exposition, where it at least gave you a little insight on the characters. Anyway, but I digress.
That's all we got for trending trailers, though.
And see, 30 minutes. That's not bad at all. Jimmy
He made it.
Who's not watching because he's asleep. He's on 30 minutes or over.
He says you 30 minutes now and be like, nope, not gonna watch it. So if you see this, tell us the number we said.
This is my impression, Jimmy. But I have a beard, so I'm like, beard. I have a beard made of fish.
They said beard made of fish, and I was like, trust the God, it's fish from man.
No. I didn't say that, Jimmy. Remember that. It's made with this glove. A beard.
Glove beard.
By the way, piece of one of my costumes for Comic-Con, people.
He's going to be a baseball player.
Guess who it is? I'm going to be a football receiver.
It's going to be Ken Griffey Jr.
I'm going to be Ken Griffey. It's just one glove. It's only one
for
glove.
Comic-Con, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's probably a Ken Griffey Jr. comic somewhere. He's writing like a G.I. Joe
I'm
comic.
sure there is.
Sorry,
They had a video game. They had a video game. I mean, come on.
Oh, man! He breaks a bat. I was like,
oh, come on!
Yeah. So, buddy, you anything else, Matt? Anything else tonight?
I don't. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by.
Nice short podcast for you. If you have any questions for us, you can hit us up in the School France Band, all one word. No numbers in there, all letters, no letters. All letters, no numbers, at gmail.com. Or you can hit us
School4AntsBand at gmail.com.
Hit us up on Facebook. You know where that is by now.
Hit us up. If you're our friends, hit us up on Facebook. It's on our friend page. We don't care. We'll talk to you.
I mean, I'm not really your friend in real life, so.
I'm all your friends. You can hit me up. Just don't be a bot that adds me and I'm like, oh, why? Who is this? Just somebody with 2 pictures and they started their profile.
He still adds those people though.
If they're pretty. I don't want to talk to you
unless you're a pretty girl.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't need your spam virus. Okay, get out of here.
That does not taste like a burning river, by the way. Not as fond of that one.
Not as much gasoline as you thought it would be.
Yeah, more skunk than gasoline.
But next week, we're actually working. We have some under wraps right now. We're trying to work on a more PG-13, smaller, goal-oriented podcast, and we're gonna let you guys know about that.
You'll be the first to know about that when we get it all set up.
So, but for now, Fing Fang Foom, guys.
Fing Fang Foom. Stay classy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Have a good night.